Okay, guys, thank you for joining me once again. This is Derek Lane, your host for the Fast Lane Podcast for Success. I'm pleased that you're tuning in, listening to the podcast. Podcast is getting stronger, growing more listeners, and I do appreciate it. So hopefully everybody gets a little bit of something, a message here or there that helps them out. Hey, I got to thinking about success and where it comes from and you know, some of the things that we do for it. I know that, you know, you gotta hit hard, you gotta work hard, you gotta plan it out, you get your goals, you know, you ask the universe to help you, you get assistance from a lot of people. I got to thinking about how many people that leave home and you know, just have no idea where they're going, but they're out in search of success. Sometimes they find it, sometimes they don't. But it reminded me of Acres of Diamond. The Acres of Diamond speech given by Russel Conwell in the early 1900s, and told about the South African farmers and the diamond fields that so many people back in the day were trying to discover. And so, you know, I want to touch on that a little bit. I think it's a great example of a life lesson. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so Russel Conwell was the son of a farmer himself, and went to college, became an attorney, became a minister, a preacher. He was also a writer, very accomplished person. And what Russel Conwell, his motivation was, during his time as a preacher, people would come to him, and you know, poor people would come to him and you know, ask, how can I go to college? How can I further my education? How can I get into college? Well, this posed a very serious and interesting question to Mr. Conwell, and he contemplated it over a period of time and decided that he would start his own university for these people. Very interesting. Though he didn't have the money for a university, he decided that he would go on a lecture tour and give a speech. This speech became a very popular speech. You may have heard it. You probably heard it. I just want to repeat it. I just want to put it out there, and because I think it bears repeating. So Mr. Conwell gave his speech, which is infamous now, Acres of Diamonds. The Acres of Diamonds speech really revolves around, again, the African farmers that were discovering diamonds and diamond fields and getting rich. So this poor African farmer decided that he would join in on the hunt. He would go and discover diamonds, find diamonds, and become rich. His worries would be over. Well, the farmer sold his farm and went on his way. He sifted through many, many places. He farmed and cultivated and just on his search for diamonds. Came up empty-handed in his search and his quest. After years of coming up with nothing, tired, broke, exhausted, the farmer plunged off of a cliff. He took his own life by just jumping off a cliff. Very sad. Meanwhile, the new farmer that bought this farmer's farm was out plowing his field one day, and he came across a particular stone near the creek where he was farming. He came across this particular large stone. Thought it was interesting, took it home and put it on his mantle. Never gave it too much of a thought, left it there for some time. As it happens, a friend came by to visit one time and saw the stone on the mantle and inquired as to where he got it. Told him it's out near the creek where I plow the fields. There's several more just like that down there. His friend had told him, or asked him rather, do you know what this is? He said, no, it's some type of rock. He goes, this, my friend, is one of the largest diamonds I've ever seen. Show me where you found this. Took the man out there, his friend, and they gathered up diamond after diamond after diamond. Farmer consequently became rich as a result of the land that he had bought. The old farmer had died pursuing what was in his backyard. The old farmer died looking for what was right underneath his feet, right underneath his nose. So you can see where the lesson is here. Oftentimes we go searching for things that are right underneath our nose. You just have to take some time to look at it, to find it. You know, you've heard the expression, grass is always greener on the other side of the hill. A lot of times it's not. Most usually it is not. Find the value in what's around you right now. You will find it. You've been placed where you are for a reason. You just have to find that. You have to look within inside yourself. You have to look at people around you. Look at your space. Everything that's around you. Everything that's happening in your universe right now. It's there for a reason. You can find it. So what happened to Russel Conwell, the minister, philanthropist, lawyer, writer? Well, he did so well given this speech that he was able to accumulate enough money to start a university. He started this university, Baptist, as he was a Baptist preacher, and taught hundreds of thousands of young adults. And this university is a quite popular university to this day. For those of you who don't know the university, it is Temple University. The first dean, the originator of this, was Russel Conwell. I think it's very powerful to know that there were two stories here. Acres of Diamonds was a story. The other story is the power of what you can achieve when you set your mind to it. Russel Conwell achieved this by delivering a speech and delivering a lesson in life to other people. He then created a pathway to his end result, his passion, the thing that he had promised to do, and came through with his promise. Now, of course, history is replete with hundreds of examples of people that have pushed through and garnered much success from their trials and errors, from their failures. They picked themselves up by the bootstraps. That, my friends, is what I'm suggesting for you. I'm suggesting that you take a look around your own backyard. If you're interested, Acres of Diamonds is a little more in depth. It's out there on the internet. You can find that speech. You can find out a lot more about Russel Conwell, if you please. This was a very condensed version of it, but just to get the message out. You can do many things once you put your mind to it. Set your mind on a path. Be unwavering in your path, in your success. Success is yours. The only limitations to success are the limitations of doubt that you cast in your own mind. If you believe in yourself 100%, everybody else will believe in you as well. If you're confident in yourself, other people will be confident in you as well. If you're honest with yourself, other people will be honest with you. Most people won't be honest with you. Be true to yourself. Understand who you are. Understand what you're looking for. If you have a vague idea of what you're looking for and a vague notion of what I'm going to do, it's not good enough. Vague gets you nothing. Only hard and fast goal planning and desire. The way to success is to be steadfast, steady, confident. Go for the things that you know you can achieve. You know who you are. And if it's been done before, you can do it. Look, Batman and Superman are fantasies. They're cartoon characters, okay? We're talking real life, real people accomplishing great things. So know yourself. Know who you are. Love what you do. Become passionate about your desire. Become passionate about everything in your life that means something to you. From your family to your relationship, to your extended family, to your community. When you see the big picture and what things really mean, what it really matters, you'll have countless treasures bestowed upon you. Blessings. It works. It works because you're not manipulating anything or anybody. You're being true to yourself. And you're being provided for by the universe. Anything that you want. Be what you want to be. See yourself as the perceptive person you think you should be. See yourself as the person you should be, that you could be. You are, but just don't realize it yet. Okay, again, I know I get into these little preachy moods, but I just feel so passionate about this. I feel like that sometimes it just needs a little push. People in this world need a little push. They need a little shove every once in a while, a little kick in the pants, if it were. Hey, get out there. Don't stop working. Don't let down. Don't let your guard down. Not for a second, not for a minute. Keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. If it's worth doing, it's worth going for 100%. And you guys know who you are. You know exactly who you are. You're that type of person. And if you're listening to this podcast, you are that type of person. You're listening to this podcast because you know there are things out there, better things. No matter what your situation and your circumstances are right now, there are better things out there. I don't care if you got it great, you live in a palace, whatever. There are better things. Whether it's material, mental, physical, relationship-wise, whatever it is that you really desire, you can get it. You can have it. You can be it if you follow the rules, the laws of attraction, being confident, being humble, all the virtues that a man with character has. Virtuistic. Okay, again, I'm sorry. Preaching. Hey, listen, look up The Acres of Diamonds. I think you'll enjoy it. I really do. When I first heard it, actually, Earl Nightingale was the first person that I heard it from, and he told it beautifully. I'm sure much better than I just did. But, Earl Nightingale was a master at motivation and giving speeches. So, with that, I'm going to wrap things up, and I do appreciate again, once again, the listenership. If you're out there, iTunes and Spotify and Spreaker and Stitcher and Google Play, wherever, plug in, like, share. That means a whole lot. This is the biggest thing that you can do if you like this podcast, if you're tuning into it. Share and like it. Tune into my Facebook page, Fastlane, Derek Lane on Facebook. Tune in. If you want to become a member, just click onto it, become a member. That's great. A lot of community atmosphere, a lot of positive vibes. People talk, and I'd appreciate it. If you have a question you want to send me, good for that too. Derek at FastlanePodcast.com. Derek at FastlanePodcast.com. Hey guys, thanks again. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I appreciate everyone and all that you do. God bless you.